So she was a country music legend, a country soul legend, and a legendary member of the Grand Ole Opry, the longest tenured, I think, of the modern era. But when Jeannie Seely passed away on the weekend, August 1st, at the age of 85, she left to mourn fans and friends and family who loved her to death. Marilyn Jeannie Seely, born in Titusville, Pennsylvania, was an American singer, songwriter, record producer, and author. Primarily identified with country music, Seely found success with her Grammy award winning song Don't Touch Me in '66. Her soul inspired vocal delivery gave her the nickname of Miss Country Soul. Seely was a member of and a performer on the Grand Ole Opry, having appeared more times on the program than any other performer. 5,397 appearances from May '66 onward, including 57 years as a member of the Opry. Born and raised in northwestern Pennsylvania, she had an early interest in country music, regularly appearing on local radio and TV stations. After high school, she began a career in the banking industry and moved to California. Switching careers, she began writing songs that were recorded by other artists. After being briefly signed with Challenge Records, she moved to Nashville to further elevate her country music recording career. In Nashville, Seely's Don't Touch Me was released on Monument Records and reached a U.S. country top 5. She followed it with several more top 20 and top 10, top 20 songs, including A Wanderer Man, I'll Love You More Than You'll Need. Seely then performed a duet musical partnership with Jack Green, and they began collaborating together in the late 60s. Their highest charting single was '69's Wish I Didn't Have to Miss You, and he subsequently toured for most of the next decade. Her solo career continued with popular singles Can I Sleep in Your Arms and Lucky Ladies. Unfortunately, after a car accident in '77, Seely's career went on a brief hiatus and then resumed new projects. This included her appearances in the Willie Nelson film Honeysuckle Rose and acting in several stage plays, opening a Nashville bar and becoming the first female to host the Grand Ole Opry. In the 1990s, Seely returned to recording albums with a 1990 self-titled release, followed by her first album of Christmas music in '94 called Number One Christmas. Her other releases including the critically acclaimed 2003 album Life's Highway. Her last studio release was 2020's American Classic, issued on Curb. Seely thereafter continued to work with the Grand Ole Opry, became a regular host of a weekly radio program on Sirius XM's Willie's Roadhouse broadcast. Now, getting back to her big hit, this was not say controversial at the time, but it was written by her husband Hank Cochran, and was a little bit risque at the time. Now, Don't Touch Me, written by Hank Cochran, it was originally written for and recorded by Jeannie Seely. The song was released as a single on Monument and became a major Billboard country hit. Don't Touch Me became Seely's signature song and her biggest hit as a solo artist. It later appeared on her debut studio album and was re-recorded by Seely in later years. Don't Touch Me has been covered by numerous artists, including country artist Wilmer Burgess. Burgess' version was released shortly after Seely's recording. The song became a major hit for her as well, but reached a lower position on the Billboard country charts than Seely's. Burgess' cover Don't Touch appeared on her studio album of the same name. It was also recorded by American rhythm and blues artist Betty Swan, whose version charted on the Billboard pop and R&B singles charts. Don't Touch Me has since been recorded in different musical genres by other artists. Now, at 3 minutes, pretty long for a country song. Originally written again by Cochran, country artist Buck Owens had first went on to record the track for himself, but Cochran was not set on having Owens record it. At the same time, Jeannie Seely had just moved from California to Nashville to pursue a music career. Cochran had promised Seely the opportunity to collaborate musically. When she asked Cochran if the offer still stood, Cochran replied, "Yes, we're going to let me make the decisions and do what I know is best for you." Seely agreed in response. Cochran gave her the composition to record. Seely then signed with Monument in Nashville and recorded the song in her first session with producer Fred Foster. The session took place at the Fred Foster Sound Studio in February '66. An additional track was cut during Seely's first recording appointment called You Tied Tin Cans to My Heart. Now, Don't Touch Me was released as a single in March '86, issued as a 7-inch single with You Tied Tin to My Heart on a release B-side. By June, the single reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot Country charts. was also her first and only track to reach the Billboard Hot 100, climbing to number 85. It was also her only single to reach the Billboard Adult Contemporary chart at 29. The song was later released on her debut studio album, To Sealy Style, which was only issued in '66. Don't Touch Me was Sealy's biggest hit as a recording artist, has since been considered her signature song. In '67, Sealy's original version of Don't Touch Me won the Best Female Country Vocal Performance accolade at the Grammys. The song's success also led to an invitation for Sealy to become a member of the Grand Ole Opry. She joined the cast soon after and has been an active member ever since. Now, Don't Touch Me helped jumpstart Sealy's recording career as a country artist. Again, it allowed her to have great success in the 70s. Since its release, Don't Touch Me has been praised and mentioned by various music journalists and writers. Publications have considered it as both a standard and a classic in country music. Robert Christgau commented on its legacy in an article from the 70s. In '66, Sealy's Don't Touch Me took country women's sexuality from the honky-tonk into the bedroom, even though it didn't end up there, and then off again, ache in her voice retained the savor afterwards. Of course, Tammy Wynette and Loretta Lynn, that genre. In 2003, Mary Buffwalk and Robert E. Orman called Sealy's version a throbbing song of unfulfilled passions. He also praised Sealy's vocals on the track, describing her voice as having aching conviction. In 2005, the Sealy version was featured in David Cantwell and Bill Friskus Warren's book, Heartaches by the Number, Country Music's 500 Greatest Songs. In 2019, Ken Burns, of all people, discussed her version in the PBS documentary Country Music. Burns described it as a song of unfulfilled passion. In 2019, The Boot ranked it among their top 5 Jeannie Sealy songs for being able to prove that women can sing about sex too. Now, the 7-inch single, vinyl, at Don't Touch Me and You Tie Tin Cans in My Heart. The Gusto Records single in '81 was back with Can I Sleep in Her Arms. U.S. Adult Contemporary 29, U.S. Hot Country number 2, Billboard 85. Now, since his original recording, Don't Touch Me has been notably covered by several musical artists, and the big version, of course, was Tammy Wynette in '67, whose version appeared on the debut studio album, Your Good Girl's Gonna Go Bad. Ella Fitzgerald also did a cover, Betty Swan as well, and Lori Morgan. Now, the Wilma Burgess version was very, very popular as well. Owen Bradley actually produced it, and this one went number 12 in the U.S. country charts. So quite good. So the song itself is what they call a landmark in female country or female soul country, and it's they were very controversial at the time, and I'll tell you why. This is the lyrics. Your hand is like a torch each time you touch me. The look in your eyes pulls me apart. Don't open the door to heaven if I can't come in. Don't touch me if you don't love me, sweetheart. Your kiss is like a drink when I'm thirsty. Oh, and I'm thirsty for you with all my heart. But don't love me when then act as though we've never kissed. Oh, don't touch me if you don't love me, sweetheart. Don't give me something you might take away. To have you then lose you wouldn't be smart on my part. Don't open the door to heaven if I can't come in. Don't touch me if you don't love me, sweetheart. No, don't touch me if you don't love me, sweetheart. So a very, very romantic song in the reverse. Jeannie Sealy, not to be confused with Jeannie C. Riley, is what you call a groundbreaking artist. For 57 years on the Opry alone makes her an icon of country music. But, it's been a bad month for a lot of great artists. But she will be missed. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what we're doing with our Behind the Tracks tribute to different key artists, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share. Bye.